Hello, this is Gerald Tovan. It's time for another demonstration. Very short word in the three languages, T, T or chai, it's all the same thing. And it's a very short word, so I should be very clear in the definitions, in the way how I demonstrate that how letters really can show a formation process, show a focus process, and how well they can do that. I have a backing theory for that, which you can see at the right. And there, thanks to that, I will demonstrate these words. And in the Dutch word, it starts with a T sound, which I had already in a previous word, thunder. So I thought, okay, that's maybe interesting to have another word to see how much I really understood what it is, because it's a combined sound, and so you have the letter T combined with H, so this changes a bit the perspective on that sound or letter or focus. Normally the T alone, as you can see here, it's from in my system of order, where you can have the structured order of all the letters resumed in them. You have three categories. One of focuses, almost geometrical focuses in space, which is a focus number one. Some other nine positions for the timing, so directions, and a few other ones for making a context in time and space at the same time. So we first start with this letter T, which is combined with the letter H, and H is from the last category, which is about feedback process, contextual based processes, the most difficult one. But I will try to keep it quite simple. But the T normally, as you would use it really as a focus, as in a system that builds up its complexity, the T is a very simple sound. It is that localization sound, so you try to localize actually what you have. So normally, just as one sound, you focus upon the space itself, upon an object itself, and you use it to distinct the correct space differences. So, and by space differences, it means also differences between differences. So you distinct differences, you make definitions, you see what are the features of objects. So that's what the T usually is used for, to have that very small distinction in space. But it's not about space, it's not about a distinction in space, and the H to it gives it that extra context. So now it is wider, so the sound is slightly different. It also tells you, no, it's not just about a definition, it's not just about a feature, it is also contextual based distinction. So it is about distinction indeed, but this distinction is also absorbed, by the way, by the feedback position, as I have also demonstrated it in the word thunder. So the H gives it that context of contextual reference. So what will it focus upon? What kind of features will it be? These will be about features that are related with context. We go to the qualities that are also demonstrated in the letter H. And what is the H about? H is about that balanced out feedback process. In the middle of the feedback process, there's the H, which actually says, now it's so balanced out that it's actually working in my favor. It's so have a feedback that I put energy into something, I get feedback back, and this is the balanced space actually in between the feedback processes, where the things live, where they can grow, where they can be where they are unfolding itself, where they are growing, and so on. So T is that function about that what is really growing here, what is really developing here. That's also why thunder had that association or connotation of that question mark from what is really going on here, what in that way with thunder, with the having an unpredictable nature. But here it doesn't have that unpredictable nature so much. It is more about I focus upon my feedback process here. What is really going? What are the features? What do we sense here? What do we really have? All the attention goes to that timed process in a way as well, because that's what it's of the second degree, the H there, in all senses. So all what is growing there, all what is developing there, that's the kind of feedback process that I'm focusing upon with my letter T combined with H. The E, double E, then as T, gives it not just attention to what I was already talking about what was developing and so on, but even more to the whole time process, the highlights even. So the double E, the highlights, where it will where you will see also what can be created out of it. It's like you go not just to the features of what is growing, it also goes to all the highlights. So also you can translate it as it goes also to the sensation of what can be noticed there, not particularly sensed and get it quite heavily feedback on you, but really just very subtly sensed what do we have here. And that is described actually in that word T. T in the English word is without the H. At least it's written without the H. So it is really looking for the physical quality. It could be that localization as well, but it is still, why is there a localization? It's because it tries to find out what do we have here, what do we really have here. So a certain physical quality, which goes over in the E, which is then of a developing nature. So with the time, so the physical quality that also is prepared in that way, where you have a quality that comes, you have a physical quality that is not just prepared but also comes out or is highlighted at that point. And A, it will also be noticed and be resulted into a physical thing. Because that's the subtle thing now also about language. We say we write it down as T, T-E-A, but actually if we listen carefully, there is also that pronouncement of T with the H to it. So it is there in the background. So you already noticed that by the positionings of T-E-A, accidentally a little bit, I have to explain it why this works also. If you put them into the right order and balance against each other, you will also see, like, if I put them into the right order, this goes up, this goes more and more into the feedback process, so it will go more into the environment. It will have a certain amount of feedback that it is logically, doesn't mean that it will stay or remain into the basis of the physical area. It's looking for these qualities, it's looking at the qualities, they will be seen in a time process. With E, they will become physical in A, onto that level of what is timed and so on. And of course, I will also get connection with a certain feedback process, but the H will even make it stronger. So that H to it, the th, T, the H to it, that extra sound will also be emphasizing what is in that, what do we have as a feedback process, as a progressive feedback process. And then when you add that as well, the H balance, so yes, it's balanced. So what we have here is also what we develop here, and they keep itself in balance, so that we always, everything that we develop is also always there. That's the H actually, and that's a th as well. It will remain there all the time there, also with the TH sound, by the way. And that extra sound emphasize also that experience that will keep we will keep giving attention to what we physically receive in the end. Now, this was already two different words for the same thing, the T and the T. You also have chai. Chai, it's written with CH, but also that one is, you hear the letter T in the beginning. Also there in chai, it is not written down, so it only will play in the background. So that's our focus, slightly in the background, not important, but that's where we actually start from. The C that comes there as the first letter, if you can read it in my system where it should be in 3 points, going to the side, so to this here or here. That's where the C is. It is a bit far away. We focus upon the borders a little bit and see what we can distinct between 3 differences. We try to distinct what is most clear to us. That's what the C is about. Here we go from that position of T as well. So it is, we can time also things as well from there, from T to C. C can be pronounced in different sounds, starting with T, starting with S, starting with K, and that all will have a different kind of focus. The K will be here, and the T will be there, of course, which already makes a difference of my focus. But I will try to make a distinction between differences, and I go to this timing there. So the ch, it sounds like quite theoretical, but you can recognize things there what are associated there, and they are meaningful from letter to letter with a certain emphasis on certain letters. It means also with a certain emphasis on certain qualities. Here it's ch, so our attention goes to the placement, the features of what develops further. We will try to distinct what do we have here, where are the things going, and so on. With the H is there actually a bit too as well, so that's because it's not just the C is combined with the H, so the H will also have an influence. The H is that area of possibilities, actually the possibilities of what you grow, what is growing, what is developing, and the qualities that can be developed are in balance there. So what can be prosperous will be available there. So we will focus on that that part, actually on that emphasis. And so it's the T plus the S plus the C plus the C plus the H. It's quite a complex area of things that will matter. So the S also says, okay, it will have a direct effect on you. What I can notice actually in these 1, 2, 3 positions, these 1, 2, 3 points, you have a starting point in the middle from T, which is I'm looking for features. H is that area in which you are sure there's a development there, and so on. So it almost goes to that second point position, which will be available. The third point is it's going to that third point as well. It's not much more than the after effect, the residue almost, the effect deposit almost, as a matter of speaking. Not immediately the result of what is developing there, but that will also come to it as an extra effect to it as well. So you see already, you can analyze already in these 1, 2, 3 focuses how this complexity deals with a certain development of these features as well. And that's where my end focus of will be. And of course, that will be the new aspect that will come to it. And that's what it also is going to be. It will become a new experience. That's the extra experience which is focused upon not just what is physically possible, but also upon the effect that it will give. And that will give me a new feeling, a new experience. That what E is saying, like the A is the main focus, but the E on the physical object in a way as well. The E is that extra experience, that new experience that comes out of the situation thanks to the situation. The T, it would be good to take the object itself and make a comparison and see what do we really have as a letter combination, and how does it speak to the object itself. That's also something I always have to give a feedback to as well. So without the extra colors in the background of the categories, we will have the object itself, which is presented within a kind of frame or structure which is describing actually the object that we have. And this I should describe also, of course, what do we really have. With T we go to the position and the features that we say, okay, here I'm in just one point, I want to figure out what I really have. It could be taking the cup there as well, where we will take something what we will try to define will take the time, and why will it take the time? It will of course take the time for its whole influence, also emphasized by the H to it as well, its whole influence to be revealed after a while, so that you can find that also in the object. That's what the simple word of T is actually expressing. Let's also go to chai. The chai will be almost like this prepared drink, also with certain aromas that come forth from it. When we look up the word chai, we usually get not just the small cup, but more the glass cup, which is a bit longer. And okay, let's also see how we see that as how it's built up from the letters and how we can recognize that in the glass. So we have the ch, where something is really coming gradually to existence, in which the object will be focused upon, and in which we will also find the new feature, and this new feature will be gradually coming into the glass. And actually I can almost again will be able to associate it with this depositing. So here, different than T, where you see a development of aromas and so on, that are some things that will develop itself over time. Here the focus is much more upon what will be gradually be deposited as an influence, as a new influence that we can discover after we noticed this process, and after having finalized this process, also of course with the H to it, with a certain time process that is ideal for it, as a certain ideal time period, which H always represents. It's an ideal setting in time and space, in which here there is also this extra letter in C far away, in E into the new point, in which A will focus upon that, where we will notice what this deposit will bring as an extra feature that is also, like H, prosperous, gives us something prosperous, something positive, a positive impression as well. I hope these letter combinations were made more clear why they were chosen to describe the words of tea, te, or chai, and that you have more a clue of how they work inside the word as focuses, and why these were chosen appropriately as well. Thanks again for watching. Bye.